first time picking up the camera this entire month. When I say May has been putting your girl through it, this past week at work has been a lot. And I am so happy that it's Friday going into the weekend. I have been reading currently Love's Free Will, I believe is the name of the book. It is book 2 in a interconnected series by Genesis Carter. This is a new to me author. I actually got the book during the Brave event last year. And so far I've been enjoying it. I really enjoyed the first book, Set Me Free, I believe was the name. I gave it 4 stars. So I'm looking forward to it. So what have you guys been reading as of late? Let me know in the comments. But man, earlier this week, the book drama that has been going on was insane. Like craziness. And I'm not gonna lie, I was highly disappointed in not only the reader, but one of the authors. I just didn't like the response. I feel like we have to be very, very careful in the book community when we start throwing out accusations. And I have no issue with a person, you know, coming out and stating their opinion or feeling like, okay, an author may have done something, but when you state that an author book is plagiarized, you need to come with the receipts. Because automatically that could be very damaging, very harmful to that author's, you know, career. So it's like, hey, baby, when we start throwing out those type of words, please back it up with some facts. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Please back it up with some facts, because if not, people are looking at you crazy. But besides that, today I actually have a hair appointment to get my locks retightened, which I am happy about, because baby, my hair needs to be washed like no other ASAP. My skin is actually, you can see, starting to break out around my chin area. And I don't know if that's just hormonal due to that time of the month coming, or if it's just due to what I've been eating, because I've been on the sweets this week. So it could be the sugar. And I definitely need to cut back on that. Right now I think it's about a little bit before 6 this morning. I'm really just getting up, doing my skincare routine before I get my day started and get the kiddos up for school. I cannot believe it's already the end of the school year. Like, my babies are finishing kindergarten this year, and it's like, it's crazy how fast that time like flew by to me. Like, it felt like it was just their first day not too long ago, and it's like, baby, now they're done. We're going into the summer, and it's like, wow, they're about to be first graders. They're growing up. Like, that time really goes by fast with kids. It really does. Do you guys have any plans set up yet for the summer? Like, I feel like normally we have our plans down packed, but this year we do not have it together. Like, we really need to get on it and figure out what we're doing with the kids. Like, but we have just been slacking. So I definitely need to get on that and see what we have going on. Normally we send the kids to summer camp for a good big part of the summer during the week, but this year I don't think we will. Since my mom is no longer working in corporate America, they'll probably spend a good amount of time with her this summer, which I know she'll love. Probably between her and my mother-in-law's house, and also that way you can say I can save some funds. But this is how, just to show you guys, my hair is looking pre-retie needed. Show you, this is how my roots are looking. As you can see, this is how the back is. So it is definitely time. I have been trying to decide if I want to get my roots lightened up or continue to let them just come in as dark. Let me know what you guys think. I may continue to let them come in. I kind of like it. But yes, it is time. My hair is definitely need a retie. It need a wash. Like right now, I need to spray some water on it because it definitely feels dry. So I'll definitely have to show you guys after I get it retightened and how it's looking. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. As you know, it is Mother's Day weekend, so happy Mother's Day, early Mother's Day to all my mothers out there. Hopefully you guys get the chance to enjoy your day. Also get the chance to rest your feet, get off your feet, and let those spouses handle those kids this weekend. But I will hop back on later once I'm on my way to my hair appointment. Bye guys. Alright y'all, I am back home for my retie appointment, so I wanted to hop on just so you guys can see how the after is looking. I got my hair retightened, which I go every 6 weeks, and then I got my color also touched up while I was there and a wash, and I got it styled and a little lock bob. So this is how we are looking. My girl Ebony ate that up. I love it. I'll probably keep my hair like this for a while, probably for the next 2, maybe 3 weeks before I take it down. But I wanted to hop on before I forgot. It is now like almost going on 4 o'clock. The kids are getting ready to get off the bus, so I will talk to you guys later. Happy Saturday, loves. I hope y'all having a great day. We are currently getting ready to head out for the day. I know I have not picked up the camera in a while, so I say I'll bring you guys along today. We are actually heading to New Orleans. They are having the Lee Family Day Festival. I think this is the first year he's doing it. So we're getting ready to head out. I will definitely report back to y'all once we get out there and check how the scene is, see what the food hitting for, and we're gonna get our day started. So talk to you guys later. Sunday, you guys. I know on yesterday I told y'all I was going to check back in once we got to the festival, but baby, once we got to that Keith Lee Festival, things were hectic and I didn't get any type of recording done. We actually just pulled up at church, so I was like, let me just hop on real quick just to give you guys a little quick recap. So on yesterday, me and my family went to the Keith Lee Family Day event in New Orleans. I believe this was the very first year of the event. So once we got there, like, parking was kind of hectic. Parking was free, but we ended up parking like a little ways down from the lakefront and just walked. But when we started walking, had a lot of people we noticed were turning around. Was like, what's going on? And a few of the ladies were saying like they were turning people around for their bag size. So mind you, I have my little Coach Lena shoulder bag or whatever like that. That's pretty small, but they were even turning people around for that. So I was like, okay, let me turn back around and grab my little mesh see-through bag. And so once I went and got that, then we continued on. Now to get in the inside, like the sections, how they had it split up between VIP, general admissions, and like the kids will call was kind of hectic. They needed better signage of where you needed to go. You got through basically checking in and everything in your ticket scan. Then you had all the vendors. They had quite a few food vendors there, a lot from the city, but then also
quite a bit from out of state or just in state, but just different cities. For me, the main place that I wanted to try was Cleo's, a place located in Chicago. Me and my husband went there last year, but we didn't get a chance to stop and get the food. She basically had some fried catfish, some pineapple style type yams, and like a little cornbread muffin. Y'all, that was so good. That fish was so good to me. I tore that up. That was probably the best thing that I had out there. I also tried a Jamaican spot. I can't remember the name of it. They had like Jamaican style turkey necks over. You could have did rice and peas, white rice, cabbage, or like mac and cheese. That was probably some of the best mac and cheese that I've had from a Jamaican spot. So if I can think of the name, I'll make sure I add it in here. As far as the rides, they had about, I'm gonna say, a total of 4 rides for the kids. 2 were like your big style carnival rides, like the Ferris wheel and your little I can't even think of the ride name, where you're spinning around in a circle. And then they had like a slide and then like a maze type little attraction for the kids. All those was free. And then they had like 3 type of kids game, but I believe those was a charge. Outside of that, you had your entertainment. So they had starting, I think the entertainment started around like 1 o'clock. So they had a DJ at first, and then you had a lot of local artists that were there, that you got to enjoy. So they had like Hot Sizzle, they had Shamora was actually came down, was there. Then you had like Andrea Day, and then like later in the evening, some of your bigger artists like Big Frida, DJ Manny Fresh, Kurt Franklin. Like they had quite a few artists. So for the general admission ticket, I believe it was $70, and I think VIP was like $230. I'm not sure what all came with VIP. For general admissions, I feel like $70 maybe was a little high, only because I feel like you needed more rides for the kids. Now the kids, they were 6 and under, they got in free as long as you had a general admissions ticket to go along with it. So it was a little high, but overall I feel like it was a good event. I've been to quite a few festivals, so for their first time I think they did a really good job. I didn't even get any reading done. That basically took up most of our day yesterday. And then so after we got back home, we did a little yard work because we putting some sod down in our front yard, and then that was it, baby. I didn't even get any reading done. But I'll definitely, if I get a chance today, I'll check back in with you guys once I get home, and kind of update you on what I've been reading this past week. All right, y'all. It is much later in the day. I am finally getting a chance to sit down. So I was like, let me hop on real quick and just before I end this vlog, to give you guys a little update on what your girl has been reading this past week. As you know, I was reading Moses by Sunshine Urban Novels. I wrapped that up today. That was book 3 in the Unhinged series. So book 1 was Pyro, 2 was Phantom, and 3 was Moses. I think out of all 3 books, I still like Pyro's book the best, but Moses is coming in at a close second, so probably like 1A, 1AB. I really enjoyed both of those. Both were quick read, very unhinged, very delusional, very crazy AF men in those books. So if you're looking for something quick and easy, spicy, yes, spicy, baby. When I say spicy, they was getting put through the mattress. Then check those out. Before that, I read a quick little short, I think it was about 40 pages, called Never Been F by Monet Paris. Baby, that just got straight to the business. When I say straight to the business, straight to the business. It was nothing but sex. So if you're looking for a plot, that is not that type of read. This is just a spicy read, getting right into it. I gave it 3 stars. I also read this week was Watercolors by Evelyn Latrice. I gave it 4.25 stars. That was such a really good story. Evelyn Latrice just knows how to write found family, and she knows how to write a man, baby. She knows how to write a man that can mentally stimulate your mind but also talk you through it in the bedroom. I ate that up. Wave is one of my top MMCs this year that I've read thus far, and yeah, she did her big one. And then prior to that, I had read the King and Queen of the Hood series by Siobhan Latrice. It's a total of 3 books. It got recommended by my girl Brandy on TikTok. Baby, if you liked Tony, if you know that series by her, if you liked his character, then Crucial is about the same. Like, crazy, no filter. Didn't play about his woman. Like, I had a good time. Like, he kept me laughing throughout that entire series. I think the first book I gave a 4 stars, and the last 2 I think I gave both 3 stars. The only thing I really didn't care for, the same thing I didn't care about She Gave the Hood's Finest, which is Tony's book, was all the extra characters. I could have did without their storylines altogether, and they could have just focused on the main characters. Outside of that, a crazy little feed, a good, good urban fiction if you're looking for something like that to get into. And that was basically the books that I read this entire week. Going into next, I actually have an arc that I need to read, Ember, which is coming out next month, I think mid-June, by Naomi Simone. So I plan on getting to that next and reading that story. I think that's going to be book 2 of that series that's coming out. So I'll be getting to that. And I am still reading The Quarter Queen. I'm actually listening to that on audio. Basically, I'm taking my time with it. I'm really enjoying it. It got recommended by my girl Asha on TikTok. I basically just listen to that anytime I go to the gym or when I take my walks around the neighborhood. That's when I listen to that. And I'm having so far I'm really enjoying that story. If you like that type of fantasy type of read, historical fiction, I would recommend tapping into that. So that is about it for you, girl. I'm going to wrap this vlog up. I actually need to do some straighten out with this closet of mine. And then after that, baby, I'm showering and in the bed I go, because as you know, I'm up every morning at 4:30 a.m. So your girl is going to be hitting the sheets quick. So let me know down in the comments what have you guys been reading, and I will talk to you guys again. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.